The name of the game is Synergy, and it's a post-apocalyptic survival game that we've covered before on the channel, but this game is now quickly approaching its full 1.0 release. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and we're going to take our first look at this newest update for the game by the name of, well, the 0.4 update. I've gone to Steam and downloaded the experimental branch, which is free for everybody if you've got the game. And if you don't have it, link is down below in the description. Thanks again to the makers of Synergy for sponsoring today's video, and thank you to all of you for tuning in to a game that I found to be quite fascinating at the time, covering it earlier in 2024, and I'm happy to return to again. Absolutely love this art style in games like this, and so when I saw this game originally, I thought, wow, this really looks cool. The special effects and animation on the splash screen, I'm a sucker for that. I do mention it every time I see a good splash screen, and look, a little bit of dust blowing has got me going. So anyway, speaking of getting going, before we do, I just wanted to make mention that this game now, for this update, has a new district system, a revamped satisfaction system, a rework of the research system, and also other improvements that enhance the overall experience. Quality of life stuff, people, and that's what you want to see in a game when it's in early access before its 1.0 release. Now, I'm not sure when this one will be dropping, but if you love yourself some post-apocalyptic city builders, and of course like survival against the elements with having to gather basic things like food and water and fuel and other things of that nature, yeah, this is definitely one for you. So definitely subscribe, hit that like button, and let's start our journey in Synergy, the 0.4 update. Okay, we have ourselves some scenarios that'll be coming soon, I think. And I wonder if there'll be like a free build mode. Oh yeah, there is a sandbox mode right here. Boom. Cool. So we got ourselves tutorial, story, and sandbox, and then we can also adjust the difficulty. I think we'll start with the story mode for today, and we'll leave tutorial behind. And we will be doing a full playthrough on this game when it releases in 1.0 as well, through the story, and then maybe even more into the sandbox. Again, I love this art style. It's something out of like storybooks or something. It's really cool. Just the like fantasy, like future post-apocalyptic outfits and things, and the color palette, outstanding, man. I love it. Oh, looks like we have a couple of different scenarios here, actually. It's not just one story, but like different missions that make up the story. Now, that's cool. This one, Back from Infinity, has a victory condition of bronze, silver, and gold, up to 150,000 points? No, 15,000. But we must be doing that in 40 cycles, so otherwise we fail. Okay. Complete this scenario to access the rest of the story. Yeah, so indeed we will have to play them in order. So we will start with that. Creative mode or original mode. I do like how they also highlight it for you. And if you want a little more laid-back experience, then the creative mode will let you play through the story, but it's kind of like sandbox, but with objectives a little bit. Kind of nice. All right, cool. A little mix of both. Oh man, I love that, man. I don't know what you call this. It's not cell shading. I don't know what to call this art style, but I see more and more games using it, and I'm just all for it. It just looks so... I don't know. I just can't explain to you what that means to me. It's just really neat. Anchoring. The world as we know it is frightfully small. Our lives are short and our days exhausting. We scrape our food off stones, like mold and moss and stuff, eating it the very same day. We live in isolation, and we are not sufficiently aware of other human beings beyond the sea of sand to regret our parting with them. However, not everyone accepts this condition as inevitable. We're an organization of explorers and researchers named the Anchoring. Its mission is to try to and connect isolated populations. Today, and for the first time, we call our members to gather to take a anthropological census in the area. Before that, however, we need to lay our outpost first foundations. Our first mission is therefore to provide our researchers with adequate shelter and to build the first necessary structures. Okay. All right, let's do it then. So we're building a research camp, or like an explorer's camp now. All right, let's pause and get a look at everything. Oh yeah, I love this. So yeah, grid-based city building, nothing wrong with that. Love that in many other games, and I'm glad the genre is still around for like a grid-based city builder that has everything to do with, making sure you properly built things in a certain range. Also, great like fog effects. It's in the corners of the screen maybe, but I don't know, it feels mystical. So we've got what looks to be a very pretty like habitable zone here, and some really weird different biomes of different degrees of desert and possibly toxic water. I don't know. Okay, well, we are here. This is our starting stock, and here are the different names of people. I like that. They each have a name. We've started with a few of them. Of course, we got our basic food. We've got cooked meals, so we have to prepare that into cooked meals. We got water, We've also got remedies, finished products, technological artifacts. We've got plant resources, waste, tools, raw materials, and refined products. So a lot of things focusing on like nature and agricultural goods. That's cool. We have no houses but 10 people, and here's their health. So eventually they will suffer from things like wounds, intoxication, weakness, heat exhaustion, atrophy. Wow, we've got heat stroke even there too, and poisoning, and the city's health is at 100, and I don't even know what that one is. Exacerbation? What the hell? I've never even heard of some of these words, man. Well-being, and that's something that I think has been reworked, or at least the satisfaction system, which could tie into that. And there's systems for that, as well as social, and some things like benches and things to do together. So their mind and body. There we go. I tried to combine those words. They're important. Mind and body, both important together. Very nice. Oh, and there's tutorials right here. Click here to replay. Oh, they'll like guide you along the way. All right, well, let's build a field laboratory and we'll get started then. We have the ability to construct some things. So we've got paths, so we can build roads. There's our field laboratory, the Founder's Square, a rustic tent, picker's cabin, a cellar, and a small ware house. That's warehouse, I'm just kidding. All right, what else do we got? Different, oh, we have seasons coming too. Temperate season, so we got to worry about the weather. Here's the research tree that has been redone a little bit. We've got technology, culture, and world stuff here. So we'll be able to get to that a little bit later. All right, let's build our field laboratory. I guess we'll put that near the stockpile. And we'll leave a little room between so we can build roads. Then we need to build a Founder's Square. Plop that down there. Then we'll build the 5 rustic tents and a cellar. Build our cellar here. Love the look of these buildings, man. It's so cool. And then 5 rustic tents. So these will be our homes for people. I think we'll put these into a block of 4. And I want to make sure we don't touch any of those trees there. And we'll expand over that way. See if there's any useful resources out there. We have a whipping gourd. Oh my gourd, that is crazy. Could be food for us. And then also we have a straw tree, which could be maybe a building material. We'll have to see. Fruit bearing and resilient. Okay, so they've actually tagged it with some of the things to note about. And watery. Okay, so the whipping gourd will get water from, and the straw tree could be a source of construction materials. Possibly. Possibly. Let's build a road here. Doing all of our prefab layout ahead of time. Roads are insta-build. That's nice. Always appreciate that. Get everything laid out quick. And we'll build like a neighborhood here. And here. You know, actually, maybe we'll leave a little room for decoration, but that house there needs connection. Perfect. Okay, so they should all be connected to a road there, there, and there, and we'll build more stuff later. All right, let's let them build. Go, 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 people. Okay, so, yeah, first and foremost, we need to build shelters and first initial, like, necessity buildings. So that's food and water gathering and stuff like that. Cool. A warehouse there is for tools and resources, depending on everybody's needs. Okay. So, yeah, whatever job they've got, they got to work to get some stuff ready. Looks like the range of the cellar is like this, so we can build more homes that way. And it looks like there is a lack of food and water. But we'll just follow what they say first. Now, I do like a game like this that teaches you how to play while also in the story, but there's also the tutorial too. So if you're not too good with these games, which I feel like most people who watch the channel, if you haven't subbed, now's a great time to do so you can see more synergy. But if you're not an expert with these games or just getting started, this is a great opportunity to learn with the tutorials and the basic day 1 missions. But also, you know, like story missions are very good too for teaching you the basics. They usually have you start small and then ramp it up. Old friends. We now have all the necessary basic equipment for our outpost, but seem to be the victims of our own success. The call to join the anchoring reached more people than expected. Scientists, neophytes, and onlookers are arriving from all over to trade for knowledge. If we don't increase our food yield, we risk a lack in resources. We need to anticipate these needs and collect as much food and clean water as possible. Looks like 2 adults and 3 children have joined the city. So we do have children, so we'll have to maybe worry about education and raising them. I'm going to build a few more homes then because, of course, our population hopefully will only go up, so that's good. They want us to build a pontoon, a purification basin, and then produce 40 clean water and 40 sour pods. Interesting. Now, there's different categories down here, so now we have a way to sort between storage and distribution, flora, resource production, and strategy. So that's also what that Founder's Square is for. Love the zoom in ability here. And the smooth zoom in too. Very nice. Okay, so this is the pontoon they want us to build, and I assume that goes over here where the nasty water is. And we'll have to start gathering that and then purifying it. But it looks like there's a little closer source up here, so we'll do that. And then shift to rotate buildings, so we'll build that like that. And then we need to build a purification basin, so that'll purify that water. And then we'll build a road to connect to all that. Roads? Yes, we want roads. And we'll connect up this way. There we go. And we'll build that ASAP. Now, 40 clean water and 4 sour pods. I'm assuming the sour pods are probably from this water that then needs to be purified into clean water. So we'll be gathering the bad water first. And it looks like we need a lot of water to give everybody a drink. Oh, there goes the construction. So, purification basin. And then the pontoon. Takes a while to build. I wonder how many workers will have to work there. Do we have workers at other buildings? Oh, we see all the things we have here. Carbon bulbs, clean water, complete dishes, loaves of bread, simple dishes, sour pods. Ah, that's different. It's a basic food stuff. Okay. So contrary to my previous thought. Well, maybe we could get some stuff from here. Book of Knowledge, what do you tell us about the straw tree? Nothing. We might have to go out and analyze it first and find out what it is. Rip out, prioritize, delete. We don't want to do that yet. But we could build a picker's cabin, which could pick all the things from these trees nearby. And those gourds, too. Let's plop that down over here. Maybe right there. We'll see. I also like kind of learning by guessing and figuring out things and being wrong from time to time and not knowing how to do things. Discovery is certainly something I really appreciate in games rather than just watching guides or sometimes going in completely without playing a tutorial. Toxic water. Okay, so we're gathering a bit of that. And we can employ people there. We should probably at least employ 2 people. We do have quite a few people to give water to. We're 12 plus 3 now. So that means, okay, so 12 is the adults, and then the plus 3 is children. And it says children will become adults on the next cycle. So only will our workforce go up from the children, so long as they don't meet an untimely end, which I would hate to see. Field laboratory, we'll assign a couple people to that, and let's start doing some research. Surface analysis. Citizens draw conclusions based on what they can see from the plant. Medium fast. Okay, let's start researching the straw tree then. See what we can learn about that. It looks like there might be little like orbs in there, like eggs or something. I don't know. We'll find that out shortly. Alright, the picker's cabin is ready. Ah, so we can tell them what to pick or trim. Interesting. Trim shrubs to collect excess elements, carefully trying not to damage the specimens. Citizens collect easily removable plant elements such as fruit. Well, let's go with that. 1 pick and 1... Oh, we could set work areas for this. Interesting. So pick those gourds then, I guess. Oh, wait. We have the analysis reports now. Ah, there we are. Ah, there it is. Sour pods, too, from the straw tree. We can also gather trunks from rip-out mode. But that means it'll be permanently gone, unless we can somehow regrow them. Okay, well, let's ask these people to pick something. Get a couple people going for food. Ah, nice, and it highlights the workers in pink so you can see where they are and if they're commuting to work. Homeless citizens, 15. Really? We have housing for 16 plus 3, so that we actually should have some room, don't we? Homeless citizens. Oh, do we have to assign them homes? Plus children. Capacity 0 out of 2 empty spot. Oh. I'll have to figure that out then. And what is that symbol there? There is no nearby storage building distributing food. Ah, the cellar. So we might want to move this then to be closer, which conveniently for us doesn't cost any resources, but we do have the ability to move buildings. That's good. Okay, let's build that there then. Oh, now we know that. Tutorial probably teaches you that, but again, I like to learn. Like, that's amazing. I love that. All right, so then they're going to have to bring sour pods and water over there. So if you move a cellar, all the things from the cellar are left behind. They move the building, and then they bring all the resources back to it. Okay, so we got people gathering all that toxic water, loading it up into these tubes, and then hopefully bring it over to the purification basin, which needs toxic water, which may be in storage somewhere nearby too. Or maybe they'll drop it off directly. We'll see how that goes. Alright, now the picker's cabin needs orders. No selected plant. Alright, grab that plant then. Change plant. Oh! Was that Spanish? I don't know. Picking from this plant, please. Or these plants. There we go. Alright, perfect. So now we're gathering sour pods. Good. They almost look like tomatoes. I guess you could call a tomato a sour pod, kinda. Are you the type of person, by the way, that likes ketchup but doesn't like tomatoes, or vice versa? Or are you the type of person to take tomatoes off of a burger and then put ketchup on it, or something like that? I always find that funny when people are like that. That makes me smile. Oh, people, you're goofy sometimes. Okay, so let's figure out our problem here with the water. So we've got sour pods being produced, and it looks like those are the two workers there in pink. Not sour pods, but the toxic water is what they're gathering. So it takes 2.4 days to do that. We should probably assign more people there. And I don't know where they need to store that water beforehand. I hope it's not at the cellar. Looks like the cellar only stores clean water. I don't see a way to have that hold toxic water at all. And actually, the field laboratory, we should do new research. Surface analysis of the... Ooh, what is this thing? Some sort of a mineral? Let's do that, and then we can queue up some more. So do queue those as well. And then these trees here, and then what is that? And then one more thing. Let's try these. Looks like broccoli. Okay, go ahead and do all that. Alright, so now we got the research all queued up. So our field laboratory should tell us what those things are. I love when a game does that, where it doesn't tell you what a thing is, and you kind of have to... On your first playthrough, if you haven't played in a while, you kind of have to re-research and find out what a tree is. Like, is it a thing for, you know, wood gathering, or is it food, or is it dangerous, that kind of thing. Okay, it looks like we are making water now through the clean water purification basin. So everybody's got food, everybody's got water, and we're producing those things. Good. Not seeing any more errors over the rustic tents, which look very strange. I love the strange look of these buildings. It's really neat. Okay, wow, we're knocking out recipes like crazy. Tell me what these things are. I can't. What are those? A bunch tree. Huh. And what is this thing? Oh, that's probably the moss that they're getting, like, mold and moss and food from, or whatever. Bird. Weird looking bird. Okay, the water's being made, and then needs to collect here at the cellar. So I think we can speed up time now. We got all the basics done, and we got a bunch of research queued up, so that's good. Got 2 people gathering. I guess we'll put everybody else on science. Purification basin taking 8 days. Efficiency 125. I need to build another water basin. We've got 79 clean water. Your citizens drink 50 units per cycle. How many are we producing? I'm not entirely sure. We also we have a water tower here to store. Oh, that's what we need. Okay. But I think he's still making the water regardless. So That's a storage thing for our people. And it also looks like it links into the founders thing, too. Alright, let's plop that there. But we did collect 20 out of 40 water. And storage is probably a good idea. And I do want to make another one just in case. Three by three. 1 to 2 citizens can work here, but we only have 1 at the moment. Alright, change of plans. I'll leave that alone for now and see what we need for that later. Looks like we also need bark for that water tower, so we can't build that quite yet. We better be a little more protective on the use of our materials until we know what does what. Trimming. Can we trim anything? Okay, these. The water gourds. A whipping gourd. Have we not researched that yet? I think we did. I thought we did. This is rip out mode. What about trimming mode? Try that instead. Oh, that's cool. You can see the fruits are actually removed from the trees. So that's neat. Okay, let's continue. What do we got here? City prosperity. Oh, and a whole breakdown of how we're doing. Basic score, number of dead, etc., etc. Cool. Alright, the scientific method. The latest arrivals are disappointed with the scientific equipment at their disposal. Also, they believe we haven't performed the necessary preliminary analysis during our mission. Lack of knowledge about the area exposes our team to unnecessary risks. They're offering to start these analyses. All they need is a research center to put all the technological projects. We can build one using the blueprints they showed us. 3 adults and a kid has joined the city. Great. Right, let's slow things down a little bit. Okay, so they want us to focus more on research. So build a research center, collect 30 science points, build an explorer's hut, and reach knowledge 7. We're at 5 out of 7 now. We need something better than that old-fashioned field laboratory. Can we upgrade this building? Oh, giant fungus. How fun. Oh, we can gain mushrooms from that. Okay. Whipping gourd. Petrified giant. Looks like we can get boreal rock from that. So a lot of these materials have, wow, riverbank fingers. We can get seeds for this. Ah, that'll allow us to grow some on our own. So there's farming. Soft fibers. Okay, so we can make some stuff out of that. So clothing, maybe? Or maybe it'll be strong for rope. So much discovery. I love it. Okay, we'll prioritize there. We can improve our Founders Square. And what would that do for us? I don't see exactly what materials that might need. Food, water, and knowledge. All we have under knowledge is the field laboratory. And we get a bonus by building multiple field laboratories next to each other. Book of Knowledge. Oh, so this is all the things that we know about now. So cinder sprout, cabbage shrub. That's cool. I love that breakdown. The orange hydro tree we still have yet to learn about. We'll have to find one of those. So then we have yet to discover technology, culture, and then about our world. We had a little ways to go on the whole tech tree thing. Environmental analysis, research, and housing satisfaction. So here's a tutorial on research then. Unlock research projects require science points and heritage points. We need to build this building here. Interesting. Alright. Let's see. Analyze plants with the field laboratory, then you need to build a research center to produce more points. Okay, so maybe we need to discover that one last thing. Down here. Was that it? Well, it had a giant question mark, so maybe we need to just know about all that stuff first. And I'll just keep doing research. Apparently we have 3 homeless. Let's build some more homes. And we'll throw a road around that too. Looks like we're just on the edge of having everything supplied. Ah, so this is a part of the new update. This is the whole district thing that does allow us to do new stuff, a new district system. So this has to do with a green park square, display square, observatory, monument, sandy furrows, or a fountain square. So these all have different benefits to well-being and science. Heritage points, yep, I can see it there. District buildings, number of positions, research center 2. If we build the observatory district, that'll let us do more research. But of course there's prerequisites to that, so that's interesting. Okay, some other buildings will unlock over time. Wow, lots of filters. Game does a good job of like providing as much information as possible without being too cluttered. I mean, there is tons of numbers on the screen, but honestly, you play a bunch of these games and you kind of learn where everything is to go. Alright, we need more bark. Unfortunately, I don't know where we're going to get that. Giant fungus. I would imagine a tree. Oh, look, he's taking notes. Okay, they're researching that still. We need to find out where to find bark. Okay. We have more research done. Excellent. Now let's see if it'll tell us about other things about research. Oh, there's exploration too. So we'll need to unlock that as well. Ripping out, storage. Science points and heritage points. Decipher a tablet. Oh, we'll get tablets if we explore as well. So the research center, when we send out expeditions via the exploration thing, we will also be able to go out and find tablets and bring those back. Fascinating. Collect 30 science points. We got 1. Yay. Okay, looks like we're still learning about these things. And good, we have our research. There it is. That's where we're going to get bark from. We're going to gain that from the cinder sprouts. So we need that to build some more houses. And trimming will give us an ashy kernel. And the hatted tree will give us planks of wood too. Okay. So unfortunately, we don't really have any of those buildings within our range. Is there a way I can like tell them to go out and get that? Oh, there is a little bit within our range. Just a little bit. Okay, go ahead and go for the cinder sprout then. I like how there's a square on top of that, so that's good. Okay, so that'll help us to build some more homes and possibly build that water tower. Now, what else can the field laboratory do for us? We got our book of knowledge, and then we had the analysis history. So the order, I think, in which we've unlocked stuff. Nothing further in the queue. And further surface analysis. I don't see anything else we need to research. Oh, there's some. Okay. Oh, what is that thing? It looks like a jet engine? Or somebody built a house into it? Ooh. Giant mountain there. That's cool. Alright, so now we're going to gather some bark, and we'll get that research done on whatever that last plant is, and maybe that'll give us more points. We've generated now 2 science points. But if we're going to build a research center, it'll probably take material like bark and stone. We'll gather that too. And there goes our people to pick those things. And back to building houses. Good. And what is that? Construction complete. Okay. And we're building the water tower. Outstanding. And more information. Orange hydro tree. That also provides trunks. Interesting. Oh, it looks like all the materials are delivered, but no worker assigned to the construction. Ah, but it's auto done. I like that. Now we got the water tower going up. That's good. Hopefully we can store all the extra water. Got remedies too for sickness. Well, these may regrow. Beginning of a new cycle. 1 new child. Oh. So is that the beginning of a new year? Or a new quarter? There's ruins here. Collect resources from these ruins as well as technological artifacts using the rip-out action. Ooh. Okay, so we can tell people to walk way out of their range to get that. What about that engine, then, that we saw? Ah, too big. So we can manually tell our people to go grab whatever we need without the picker's hut. But doing it too much might extinct that resource or exhaust it. So we don't want to do it too much. A little here, a little there. Oh, it looks like our man got some of that material then. Reach knowledge 7 in the city. We're close to that. Any new buildings that have unlocked? No. Prioritized? No. But maybe now that we have that research thing, we can bring that to the Founders Square. I think that guy might be carrying it. Oh. There's more artifacts there too. No nearby storage building can accommodate these resources. Oh. Either it's full or we need more. Well, we could try to build the small warehouse. That might be what we need next. Build that there. It'll take more bark to get that. Alright, so now we have ample housing. Good. Alright, people going out to grab more materials. Excellent. Oh, it looks like there's 40 days in a cycle. And then we had a limit of quite a few cycles here, so not too bad. It's not as pushy with how long we have to do things. Ah, excellent. The bark has been supplied, and there goes the materials. Excellent. The things are getting put away now, finally. Good. Now, it looks like we are generating some more research from that. Maybe through those samples. Anything we can research? Anything new? Ooh. More ruins there, too. Okay, so we'll have to pay attention to ruins and try to collect those. Technological ruins are actually kind of hard to spot. But we'll gather more. And I'll come back and see if I can scout for more in a little bit. There's more ruins there. Right next to the base. How convenient. The big warehouse, well, the small warehouse, but it's big compared to the starting resources. This one can hold up to 2,000 and can hold a lot of stuff. Cereals, glass, mushrooms, remedies, technological artifacts. Very nice. Resource production, strategy, founder square, improve. Nothing yet. Housing satisfaction is also a thing to consider too. Which I believe is new and has been changed a bit. So they have well-being, social culture, and knowledge. So some things that they want for the future that they want us to consider. Oh, we could also click yes for children, I guess, to maybe live there, or for population control between the cycles. Tell people not to have babies if we got too many people. 1 or 2 more per year ain't gonna hurt, though. Now, there's the nice water tower. Is that full? Capacity 288 out of 800. Nice. No cooked meals. We have basic food stuff going. So we got a bit of that going. Nice. Alright, now we got to figure out how to build all these explorer huts and stuff. So now we've gathered pretty much everything around here that we could. And we've researched everything that we could. Ah, that's what it is. Abandoned sand harvester. Is it possible to get it to work again? That enable us to extract some sand and compress it into stone blocks. Oh, that's what that is. So we can rebuild that thing. That's how we're going to make more materials. With that known, I'm going to see if there's anything else around so we can rebuild stuff out in the world. Wow, wild, man. Wild. All right. So here we have science points, owned 11 out of 300. Science points are produced in the research center and in the experimental cell. To improve your production of science points, increase the city's knowledge level. Your science points max can be increased with the observatory district. Okay, so that's something we did look up just a moment ago. We saw that. And then heritage points, which is a cultural district. We're going for more science here. Now for the observatory, we need a couple of things that we don't have at the moment. Actually, this one it looks like we can do, but it's grayed out. So even if we got these material, like this one here has 20 stone and 10 bark. Unlock new districts in the research tree. There's our cycles, book of knowledge, world map, research tree. Okay. So we're going to research. Ah. Future of the community, available research, produces science points over time. That allows us to build a research center. So this is what we were looking for. But we wouldn't have been able to research this without research points, which at least the basic field lab can get us a little bit of. So we need both of these. Now we have enough science points for both, +1. So we should have an extra one left over. Cool. Okay, so now let's go back to strategy. And there's our research center, and we can build that with all of our other things that we've unlocked. That thing is gargantuan, man. Like building Epcot Center. Build that there. And then we need an exploration tent. We'll build that too. Build that there. Hey, cool. We got a lot of the stuff we needed going now. And now we got people building stuff. I love the animations in the construction sites. You see like a wheelbarrow there. They're building like scaffolding, delivering materials. Very classy. Bum, 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 bum. Look at that. Looks like a tipped over leaf here. Well, let's watch the construction speed up a little bit. Explorer's hut is complete. And let's explore the world map. Cool. All right. Oh, wow. And it, oh, that's cool. Not just a flat map, but actually is a very cool, like, sphere system. Okay, so where are we? Forest area. Starting area is where we're at. We have a lakeshore, forest area, and a desert. Let's go for the forest. It's going to take 4 days to get there and 4 days to get back. You don't have enough resources to launch an expedition. We need more simple dishes. Okay. So if we're going to go further, we need that. We'll have to make some good food. Maybe the research center will let us to unlock more of that. See what we got for research. Big O research tree. To our right seems to be things about irrigation. Looks to be maybe water and farming and crafting. Healthcare tools, supply chains to the top, and then disease prevention, foundry. Okay, agriculture to the south, textiles, sand extraction. That's probably what we need that machine for. And then basic research around us, dish preparation. We're going to need more science points for that. So if we're going to go explore, we got to get the science lab up and running. Cool. Okay, so now we're going to have 3 people working there. They'll generate +4 science per day. So we can make more of these research things and then start spending those science points on what's in that research tree. So it might be a good idea to have another one. So we need more stone for that. Let's go ahead and gather more stone. Good. And it seems like really researching things as quickly as possible, that seems to be the bottleneck. Manpower for now is pretty good. I'm wondering actually if it tells us the unemployment rate or unassigned. Oh, there we are. 14 at work, 5 on other tasks. Nobody on transportation. Okay. And, oh wait, there's a limit of 1 out of 1 until we improve that square. The observatory stone does say that it increases research centers +2. So it looks like we can only have 1 for now, but we will need more stone. I did use pretty much all of it on some of that other construction. So now we just need time to pass. Generate the research points, and then go out on an expedition. And then that will allow us to bring back more stuff to research. 2 new children. We're now in the temperate season. Dry season, then back to temperate. It looks like the seasons actually affect things too, like for example water loss from evaporation. Looks like we can only have a maximum of 300 science. Says that there's 24 here, 25, then it says 300. But it says 27 out of 30. What if there's a way to increase this as a maximum production per day? I don't know. Anyway, we'll have our science points here shortly. World map action available. Oh, we can even launch expeditions to nearby locations too. A smoke cloud, an oasis, a dune, or a camp. So I'm assuming that the smoke cloud and the camp might be able to provide us with more people, perhaps. We can also send a large number of people to go too. Alright, back to that research tree. Let's spend some of our science points to make meals. And 30 out of 30. Cool. They're probably going to want us to launch an expedition next. A drive for renewal. Alright, excavation team on a specific mission has joined us. They want us to find things called tablets. Oh, okay. Many communities scattered all around the world have started digging out such tablets simultaneously without any conscious ambition or coordination of any kind. That's suspicious. Each one has triggered a technological leap for those who have discovered them. So big tech. Big technology if we unlock that, or if we find those. That's cool. Alright, well, let's build our little cooking area here. Build a little road to that. Okay, so that's going to give us food to go and explore a new area. So go to a new area and find a tablet. So that should be pretty easy. Swamp, unexplored. We need to discover the area adjacent to this destination before we can send an expedition there. I wonder why that one's red versus here. That could be where the tablet is, perhaps. Now that that dig team has returned. Alright, well, not much to do other than wait for the kitchen to be able to prepare some meals. Some rations for going out into the field. And with that done, we can assign people... Oop! Refusal. Produce enough food for a cycle. Oh, they want us to get more... Yeah, food's going down. Okay. Okay. So that's what we'll do next then, is we'll increase our food output. So let's have these guys go and change plant. So let me change this work location. Okay, so there's some sour pods there, so they'll go get those. And then we need to make some food from that. So select a recipe. Oh, we can make a mushroom soup. We'll need mushrooms for that. Okay. Let's go ahead and rip some of that out. Get some mushrooms quick. But the picker can make sure that they do it gently. Wait, let's change the plant. There's a chance for our people to become wounded too. Add a task. Picking. How about trimming? Now we have to rip it out. Okay. So picking and trimming and ripping are all different things. But that should be enough for the kitchen now to start making food, which they are. More prepared meals. So 6 and 10. 4 days. Wow, that takes a long time. You really got to plan things out ahead of time. And then we can start going on these expeditions. So to go up here, first we need to discover this area. That'll take us 3 simple dishes and 6 water. And then we'll have to then launch an expedition there. So I don't know if our people will have to come back after that, or if they can go from one position to another. So if we can go from our camp at A to B, or if they have to go to A, B, then back to A, and then A to C. You know what I mean. Interesting. So we're about to explore the world map. We're about to unlock more resources. We're about to get those tablets, but we've already seen all the things that are new in terms of the satisfaction system. Haven't yet been able to use it, but we see what's there. And same with the district system, too, with being able to build that stuff, and a whole change to the research system, which we saw, too. Very neat. Now, big news for you all. Remember, this game is 30% off when it goes live on November 27th, which should be today. So definitely check it out for its discount with the link down below in the description. But I think Synergy is a great game in terms of building, researching, and exploring. It's simple, yet effective, and also complicated in its own way, with producing materials and having to gather things from the land before really farming. Scavenging and foraging. Very interesting. All right, I'll see you all next time. Thank you again for watching, and if you'd like to see more Synergy, hit that like button and let me know down below. I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.